Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Eliza and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. In the last episode, we were working with blood magic. And specifically, we got the tier 4 altar and we got another blood orb. And we were just trying to make things a little bit easier to get more blood and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, I did take a little bit of time between episodes just to get some more runes, some more superior capacity. They're around. It wasn't too hard, just had to get a couple more slates and craft them up. So I think I did like 4, and we have quite a bit of blood in here now. We have a capacity of 32,000. Now, if you don't remember, we were trying to make the Master Blood Orb, which is the next tier of Blood Orb that we can make. It is the 4th tier, and unfortunately, we just didn't have enough blood in there. So, I think we're good now. Let's go ahead and open these treasures that we had from last time. And nothing too great. But the last thing we're going to need from here is we're going to need a blood shard. Blood with a D, not a B. So we should be able to go ahead and make the Master Blood Orb, and that's the first thing I want to do today. Then we're going to see about progressing a little bit farther with all of these things. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of stuff on any eye just ready to go. So let's go ahead and get that guy in there, and he had like 3,000, so we need to get it back up to another 10,000. 15,000. So let it go for a little bit, and then we're gonna kill a bunch of guys. And I think we can just keep killing these guys. And we'll manage to get all of the blood we need, I think. I just don't want to fill this up too much, but that should be pretty close. It looks like this is full. This fills up so quickly. I really need to upgrade it to a iron chest. So I think we might do that today. We do we have iron chests in this mod pack? I don't remember. Let's look at chests. No. Cool, there's our Master Blood Orb. Awesome, we got it. And we can equip it to ourselves, and we will be using that today. So, let's just clean out this entire thing. And we'll be right back to the altar to make stuff. So, that is a quest. And that is kind of awesome. Having the Master Blood Orb is going to allow us to make a bunch more stuff, a lot more stuff. Which we'll get to in a little bit, actually. That is going to be most of what we do today, is blood magic. We're going to kind of push through a lot of the blood magic quests, as many as we can. It is going to take some, like, time to get all of the blood and all that kind of fun stuff. We can kill these guys. And I don't know, I think a skeleton shot us. But nothing too bad. Let's go ahead and take all of this stuff, and we'll go ahead and put it into our AE system. We have 20,000 blood again, so we should be good. By the way, the mob spawner down here is doing great. In fact, it's almost full of essence, which is good because we're going to be using a lot of essence very, very soon. We need to kill the wither. We need to get wither skulls. We need to get things, and we're going to be using the auto spawner for that. So we'll set that up probably next time. I think is my plan. So, anyways, we have a quest reward. So we're gonna get a reward bag for this, and we really can't do anything else yet. As to get this tier of blood orb, so we'll get back to that soon enough, but we have plenty of things left to do. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that we need to make. I think the first thing I want to go ahead and make is the blood tanks, because that is a unlock for a quest somewhere else, and these are pretty easy. I have a feeling I know what it's going to unlock, I realize. Because this goes up to tier 16, and each one takes 3 tiers of the prior one, and some slates and all sorts of stuff. But let's take a look if we can get any of this stuff. Alright, we need red stained glass, so I need... Let's get 100 glass cooking up. And red dye. Do we have mortar and pestle? We do. There is the floral red dye. And there is a little bit of red stained glass. So all we have to do is go grab a blank slate, and then we can use our blood orb that we have on us and make the blood tank. Now this is from Sanguimancy. It is something that you can use to make... Oh, we need more blank slates. That's not a problem. So let's go ahead and just flip this on. We have plenty of blood. This will go relatively quickly. And once we get to... I will kill a bunch of these guys. And we'll go do some stuff, and then we'll come back and see how it is doing. If it's run out of blood, so be it. So be just a second, and we'll have another blank slate. Awesome. So the blood tank can store 16 buckets of any liquid. Doesn't have to be blood. And it's upgradable to the point where the tier 16 can store 500,000 buckets of a liquid. So it's a little powerful. And we just put the blood orb and we get the blood tank. So that is a quest. We're going to get a hardened portable tank for that. And that should have unlocked something somewhere else, and I have a feeling it's in For the Hoarding. No? Okay. We do need to get 100 blank slates eventually. I think that's going to be something we'll do once we have the Well of Suffering, which we might actually be able to do relatively soon. But before we do, let's go ahead and what do we want to do next? A bunch of sigils. I'm not going to worry about those quite yet. We're going to want to get the Bloodthorn. So do we have a mystical red flower? How could we get the mystical red flower? I think you'd have to either use floral fertilizer. We do have one, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And we need, I think it was 3,000? Oh no, 1,500. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn this off. How many we get? 10. Cool. And that's actually enough, so we'll just put that in there, and it will suck up all of the blood. And this isn't actually a terrible way to do things, but this will give us the Bloodthorn. Now the Bloodthorn is an interesting item. It is a flower from Botania, which it does something comparable to something we never actually dealt with. So the Master Ritual Stone, which we're going to make later. Okay, that was weird. But there's the Bloodthorn, and that is a quest. So we're going to get a full heart and some pizzas. Cool. Anything else unlocked? Nope. Alright, so the Bloodthorn, what it does, it is another way to get the weak blood shards. So typically in blood magic, what you'd have to do is get the ritual stone, set up a ritual so that you could make a what's it called, the bound sword, and then use the bound sword to kill mobs to get weak blood shards. Well, how it actually works is there is a debuff that's applied to the mobs by the sword that is essentially a weakness debuff. And any mob killed with that weakness debuff has a chance of dropping a blood shard. It's a fairly low chance. It's not too terrible. It's like 10 or 20% or something like that. So it's not bad, but it's not a guaranteed. Well, what the Bloodthorn does is exactly that. It gives mobs in an area of effect the weakness debuff, I do believe. So it is a good way to get a lot more of the the things, but I don't really care. So, full heart, we'll put that away. So, let's go ahead and make the Master Ritual Stone. This is not that bad of a craft. We need some ritual stones, which requires some more, requires some reinforced slates. So we need 4 reinforced slates in total. And then we can make the Master Ritual Stone. Because I don't believe we have. We just have some blood runes, which we could probably go put them downstairs, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So let's switch these out. And turn this on. Kill all these guys. And one of the big things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be reworking this mob spawner. Once we get access to withers, which, like I said, we're going to probably do next episode, I think. I think I'm going to do a little bit of I'm going to take a little bit of time to make an area down here for that guy to be powered and all that fun stuff. And do some wiring and all that kind of normal stuff. And then we're going to basically make a place for getting all of the things we need with wither skulls and that kind of stuff, so that we can summon the wither and then try to kill it. That is going to be honestly terrifying, because why did I kill him with that? Our armor is not like the best, so we might want to get some better armor. I don't know. There is blood magic armor, which is really good. Before we kill the wither, we might want to do a little bit more Thaumcraft to get a very special wand, which I use all the time because I completely and utterly despise the wither. The secret is using the, what is it called? I'm gonna have to go look at the book. I don't remember what it's called. It's an upgraded wand. The book's not in here. It is Infernal Wands. These guys. Infernal Wand Core, I think, is what I want to look. The Infernal Rod. There we go. This thing, once we get the research for it, which shouldn't be too bad, and once you make a wand out of it, has the really cool effect of preventing wither as long as it's in your inventory. So we're going to use that for both the wither, and once we get to Britannia's boss, we're going to use it for the guy guardian as well. So it's something that is going to be well worth making at this point. And I don't think it's a terrible recipe to make. It's just a matter of doing it, which means I'll have to do some research, because I don't know if I have it unlocked. It's in this one. No, we're going to have to do some thaumaturgy. Can we get that? And does that unlock it? Living wood? Yes, it does. Blood? Maybe. Yeah, Infernal One Core. So we just need one more instrumentum. Let's actually see if we have that available to us. Cool. So it's forbidden knowledge, but it is an arcane infusion with some pride shards. And there are ways to get pride shards that is a little bit easier than the typical way. Pride shards are killed when you kill, like, the wither in the nether. So we'd have to either kill him once and then make this, or there's the other way of just going ahead and killing him, or making them with the diamonds and a little bit of crucible stuff. So that's what we'll do next, well, before we kill the wither. So but yeah, this has the neat little effect of protecting you from the effects of withering. Yeah, so let's go ahead and throw this away. And here, I have no idea what I really need. More space. Honestly, wiring up the applied logistics system over there is going to be something on my to-do list relatively soon. So let's go ahead and make the Master Ritual Stone. So we need these guys, and then that. So that's the complete quest. We're gonna get the Ritual Stone, Inscription Tool, Water and Earth, and that's pretty much it for that. Now that unlocked a quest somewhere else. I don't know where that one might be. Mob Hunter. I have 2 quests here to complete. What do I still need to do? I've killed all this stuff. I just need to get 2 quests available for completion. Oh, I still need to kill the blizzes. I need to kill 2 blizzes. That's something we can do relatively soon as well. And then we need to get the Bellthorn. So anything for the hoarding? I don't know where that put anything. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff left for us to do. We do need to get the freezing doll and make blizzes. We'll capture a blizz and all that kind of fun stuff. But this stuff will be useful later. We have the Ritual Stone. We have the Master Ritual Stone. We're going to put that stuff with our blood magic. Now, we can't really use the ritual stuff yet. We'll need a couple more things. We need the weak activation crystal, which is a lava crystal, which isn't too bad to make. And then just take some blood. And then if you want to power that up, you need Demon Blood Shard or Nether Star. The Nether Star is the cheaper option. The Demon Blood Shards require you to kill the demon bosses, and then basically doing a lot of alchemy. And that powers up better rituals than this one. Which is what we need to do in order to get the Soul Corruption. There's certain rituals we can do from Sanguimancy that will give us Soul Corruption that will eventually allow us to make the lumps of ore that we'll need for the Blood Cleanser. This guy. So that's good. This is going to be something that we're not going to be able to make for a while. So I'm just going to get rid of that. It was never there. But the other thing we'll want is a Ritual Diviner. This guy, which is not too bad, just some diamonds and emeralds, and then all these inscription tools. We have 2 of them. We need air, which is a gas tier, and fire, which is magma cream. The earth is obsidian, and the water is lapis. All pretty easy to do. And then we need a lot of ritual stones, which we just made. It's just some tier 2 slates. Nothing too bad. So we'll do that later when we're ready to start making rituals. The Well of Suffering and or the Drill of the Dead, I believe is what it's called, which is an upgraded version from Sanguimancy, are both really good ways to get to kill mobs for blood magic. We'll probably just use Well of Suffering though, to be honest. So let's kill a couple of these guys. And I want to take this out. And we're going to make the next tier of slate. So, first tier is the blank, and then reinforced, and then immune. And then after immune is demonic, I believe? Yes, so it's going to require 1,500 blood, plus all of the stuff that it takes to make it from that. But that's fine. We'll get there pretty quickly. It's just going to take a little bit of time to actually craft. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and put this stuff away. And, you know, we have an epic roar bag. Let's go ahead and open it. What do we have? Carp, clams, and salmon. That doesn't sound like a good reward at all. So we'll go ahead and put these away. I don't know if those are going to be used for anything later or what, but they certainly are things. So that is the immune slate. One more tier, and we'll get the demonic. And it should be done relatively soon. There we go. Now since we only have a tier 4, that is the highest we can go. But what we can do now is take this item filter, right click it, instead of sulfur, we can do demonic slates. And now we have all of the tiers that we can get so far. I don't know that there is another tier. Okay, there is, the ethereal. And then is there anything after that? No. And I don't even know what these are really used for, other than making some really, really, really high level stuff. The Harvest Goddess Sigil, Runes of Acceleration, so that is what's preventing us from making these. That is a quest, and that's about it. So they're not really used for much, which is kind of nice. Anyways, let's step away from them and take a look at our quest book. So what do we want to do next? So we can make the blood amulet. That's going to give us some buckets of life, which we could then put into our tank if we'd like. So let's go ahead and do that. So the blood amulet is going to require another blood tank, so we're going to need 2 more blank slates. And then everything else we should be able to get pretty easily. Let's see, do I have nothing in there? Okay, so we're gonna want to make some more red dye. Let's make a stack or so, and we'll just keep it in there. So we're gonna want, I guess we didn't really need to do that because we already had some, but another blood tank, and we're gonna need 2 demonic slates plus a clock. There's the clock. And what else are we missing? Just the demonic slates. So let's get the 2 demonic slates that we need, and we'll be able to go from there. So that is tier 4. So we're gonna get a couple of these. We're just gonna stab all the monsters. How much does it actually take to make one of those in total? So it's 15, there's 20, 22, 23. 23,000 blood. This is where the rituals is going to come in handy. So you know what? Let's get some more reinforced slates instead. And we'll do the blood amulet later. Alright, let's just flip that on. And we can start working on something else. So let's see, we can make blood lamp. Sigil the blood lamp should be pretty easy. It's of 3 imbued slates. I don't think we have 3, do we? We have 2. Let's go ahead and get 1 more imbued slate. And then we will let this go with the tier 2s. How's this doing? I really need to just pipe items out of this or something. I'll probably do that off camera. Set up an item duct, pipe items out and into the base. Just because that's going to be easier. Alright. So that'll be fine for now. Did we need 2? Nope, we needed all 3. Okay, so let's make the blood lamp, the sigil of the blood lamp. Now this is a really cool way to light up your base, if it's what you want to do. We need 4 glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a torch, and then our orb, and there's the sigil of the blood lamp. So I'm gonna punch it, and right here there is a blood light, and you can just punch it to get rid of it. So these are really tiny, and they take a little bit of blood every time you make one, but it's really kind of cool. And that's going to give us a magnum torch, which is a really good reward, but not one that I particularly want to use right now, because, well, it will cancel spawns, except from spawners. So if we used it over here, all of these mobs would not be able to spawn, but the blazes would. Unfortunately, the blazes just aren't spawning fast enough for my liking, so there's no reason to do that. And kill that guy. Just get rid of him. So yeah, that is just something I don't really plan on using. So we can go ahead and put that one away. And we can do the Sigil of the Green Grove and Magnetism, but those aren't going to give us any quests or anything, so we'll get back to those later once we have some more slates and automated stuff with that. So I think for the last little part of this episode, let's make blizzes. Let's capture a blizz and go from there. So in order to make the blizzes, we need a freezing doll. This is also going to require a thaumium barrel, which we might already have, so I'm not going to make one yet. And then we're also going to want to grab, so that can go in there, that can go in there. We're also going to want to grab a safari net. Do we have, oh wait, no, we have one for blizzes. Alright, never mind. Let's fly. How did we get a blizz then? Because if we've never made a frozen doll, we had the spawn egg for blizzes. So we can go ahead and put this in. Let's get our bucket. Store some water right there. And yeah, so this is full. And this is mostly full, so we'll put a bucket in there. We need to kill 2 blizzes. And that will be a quest. So there's one. Is it spawning exact copies? No. Okay. And we should get 2 here in a second. And there we go. So that should be a quest. Mob Hunter, yes. So finally we got some Blizz Powder. So we completed all the hunting quests. Now we just need to make the Bellthorn, which should not be too much of a problem. Don't forget my water. And yeah, so we're going to make that area a little bit nicer for spawning stuff in and all that kind of fun stuff. So we put this stuff away. And let's take a look at the Bellthorn. Is it the Bellthorn? No, it's the Bloodthorn. What was it? Is it a Bellthorn? Is that what it's called? Yes. So the Bellthorn. What is this? How is this made? So we're going to need red mana petals, redstone root, and cyan. Alright, so red we should have. We're going to need 3 of these. We're going to need a redstone root, so we're going to need a piece of redstone. And cyan. Do we have any cyan in there? No. How about over here? Do we have any cyan petals? We have exactly 2. So, I guess I will have to do some more stuff later to get more of those, but for right now, let's go ahead and just toss 2 of these guys in there. And redstone root. And now we just need some seeds. And bucket of water. There we go. There's the Bellthorn. So that was easy enough. And that's going to give us a reward bag and a heart. And Mob Hunter is complete. So there is yet another quest line completely finished. Let's go ahead and open our good reward bag. And we got an angry doll. Cool. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. We got a lot of blood magic done today, but I think it's time for us to step away from blood magic for just a little bit. What we're going to do instead... Oh, and I just realized something we could do. So let's go ahead and do this. So, do I have any compact chest? No. So let's make one that is... I need more iron in there. We have plenty of iron, so I'm not too concerned. Let's make it red. A little bit smaller. Let's make it a 5x5 build. And once we can figure out where it actually dropped, we can go throw this stuff in here. And what am I doing? 5x5 is smaller than the one we have over there. So I want something that is going to be, you know, 8x8 is 64. Let's do that. It made it white, but I don't really care. We grabbed it, cool. So basically, I just wanted to go ahead and make a nice big chest so that we can store stuff instead of making, instead of just moving things over. We'll do it this way. It'll be easier, I think. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and put this guy in here. How many slates did we actually end up with? 9. So that's 2 sets. I don't remember how much we're gonna need in terms of the things, but the ritual stones. But that'll be something for another time. Anyways, so who cares? Alright. So we'll just do this. Alright, so that was terrifying. But it seemed to work out for us. Skeleton shot a creeper. And it exploded. And now I think a lot of the guys are really weak, so they're not surviving the fall, which is kind of interesting. Alright, but we live, so I don't really care. Anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. So next time, what we're going to be working on is trying to get wither skulls. And I know before we had tried to do that by going to the nether and trying to actually kill wither skeletons in the nether. Well, we're going to bring them here, and we're going to do it a little bit safer. So that is going to require a couple of things. Do we have... We have a skeleton safari net. Now we can do 2 things with this. We can either summon them as they are. How good is our cleaver? I don't remember. We can either summon them how they are, which we might do. Beheading 2. That is a what? 40% chance. No extra things, but this will eventually we'll get more. So what we can do is I can honestly do spawn exact copy, get some of this stuff in here, and they'll spawn fairly slowly. Or we can spawn non-exact copies, spawn skeletons, and then use witch water to get a wither skeleton. Either way honestly works, so it's not that big of a deal one way or another, but it does take like 5 buckets of this stuff, and that spreads really fast. And yeah, that would probably take a while. So I'm going to make this area a little bit more convenient for the spawner, which will probably involve moving the spawner. And I'll make a nice safe place for me to actually kill wither skeletons. And we might even start pumping this stuff in directly. If I elevate it, or if I just push it back and then have an opening and they'll come right running towards me like they just did. I think that'll work. So I'm going to build this area up. We're going to get Wither Skulls next time and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!